Alright guys, I am back and today I'm going to be working on the NSX. First thing I want to do is wash this thing. It sit outside for like 10 minutes and it freaking poured rain. The car is disgusting and I feel bad because this thing was super detailed. So first things first, let's wash the car. Check this out. Just came in. What? Oh yeah, I gotta support it, baby. It's happening. Just got done cleaning the NSX. As you can see, it looks brand spanking new. I have the push start button kit, which is literally just a harness that somebody made. I don't even know when Mickey got this. I'm sure he'll put in the link description below. And this button is actually straight from Honda. And it's supposed to be a straight bolting kit. The only thing is that I have to take apart a bunch of stuff under the steering wheel, add a ground to it. Okay, so like in every car that I get into, under the dash, and I start pulling stuff out, I always find some wire nightmare. So once I took this off, the first thing that comes off is this whole spaghetti thing, and this is from an previous alarm system. Instead of just disconnecting it and bypassing it, I'm going to remove all the unnecessary wiring that's in here right now. This is part of the wiring that I took off that does not belong in the car. And like I thought it was gonna happen, this wire didn't reach to put the push start button on that side, which is what me and Mickey have talked about. So it didn't reach, so I ended up extending it right now, so that took a little while. Okay, so this kit was pretty straightforward. It was just plug and play. You unhook the ignition main harness off, and then you plug it into the harness that comes in here. And then you ground. There's one wire that you have to ground to the chassis, which I already did, and I'm trying to do this. So the only thing left to do is plug this in just to test it. Okay, it's not working now. So key ignition in, AC on, and this should start. Oh wow, which it does. Perfect. That's just engine start, so I'm assuming it doesn't turn off that way. So this is literally just like the S2000. You put the key in, put it on the on position, then you press the button. And you just turn it off right here. And once again, with the key off, it does not start. Cool.
The next day.
Woo! We are back, and it is the next day. Oh, hey, Sean.
Oh, hey.
You look busy, bro. What are you doing?
Packing up all your Gretty throttle performance exhaust.
Hey, going out, baby. So if you haven't received yours, stand by. You get it really, really soon. Sean's been working really, really hard the last couple of days trying to get them out. All right, continuing on. After you completely install the push start button correctly, we are going to jump up to the Pioneer speakers, Pioneer double din that Mickey ordered. Thanks a lot, Pioneer. These things are dope. I know Mickey has these in his vehicle and it sounds amazing. And we use these speakers on, which car was it? Oh, his Cappuccino, and they sound incredible. We also got the double din bracket from Science of Speed and the door cards mounting for the speakers. So if you guys know, this NSX has a Bose kit, and the Bose kit has this long plastic piece with the speaker mounting on it. So we're gonna be removing all that, and that's what this is gonna be taking replace. It's gonna cover the big hole that the door is gonna have, and we just mount the speaker here. It's gonna make everything nice and crisp. All right, so I'm sitting right now inside the NSX, and I'm in the passenger seat, you guys can see. And the plan is to put the button here somewhere. As you guys can see, here's the ashtray. And I want to remove that and put the button here. So the plan's probably going to be to build plastic bezel that goes around here, and I'm going to cover everything and just put the button here, or replace the cigarette lighter thing. I'm trying to kind of show you guys what I'm doing without breaking stuff, but it's just not possible. I'm gonna put the camera down, I'm gonna take everything off, and then I'm gonna show you once I take this whole kit off. All right, so I finally got this piece out. It literally I took my time doing it because I felt like it was gonna snap in half, and obviously we don't want that happening. So I was able to get it out. I've noticed, like, you guys see those two holes, there's two bolts that hold this thing in place. And obviously there's a bracket behind it, and then we have the cigarette lighter here. Now remember, this thing is long for no reason, and it's already at the bottom of it, and it already doesn't close. And it doesn't even have the harness in it. So in this case, I think I'm looking into putting it where the cigarette lighter goes, because it's open, and I'm gonna show you how this one is longer. And then when you look in the car, there's the bracket that gets bolted on, and then this is the space for the cigarette lighter. This is a way better spot. All right, so I measured this the square here, and it's pretty much 2 by 2 inches. So I'm gonna grab a thin piece of metal, and I'm gonna cut 2 by 2, and then I'm gonna make the hole in the center for the start button. Okay, so this is taking way longer than expected, but it turned out pretty good, so let me show you. We do not have ABS plastic, which I would rather do it with that. The problem with ABS plastic is that it's kind of thick. But I ended up finding a thin piece of steel. And as of right now, I have it flush with the ashtray. And I'm able to still put the ashtray in there and still close it, as you can see. I need to clearance the back of it right here because the switch is actually thicker than this, and I need the switch to be able to go all the way through it. So I'm gonna open this up a little bit more, then I'm gonna put the switch in here, and I'm gonna make sure that it closes with the switch completely flush in there. And if it does, then we should be good to go. Oh, it's this. So what's blocking it right now is this little push start button. Is exactly what's hitting the button, and it's not letting it close. So I may have to shave that off. All right, guys, so there you have it. The ashtray is in there, the button is in there. I just shaved a little tiny bit from that bump, and now it closes all the way perfectly. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this whole thing back apart, and I'm gonna probably put, I believe we have black vinyl still here, so I'm gonna wrap that in vinyl or paint it, one of the two. Alright, so you guys can see I finished installing or fabbing a plate for the button. That took way longer than expected. So the next thing we gotta do, we gotta we gotta route this button for the wire for the button, for the start button, behind the dashing cluster. And then before I put everything back together, I'm gonna replace this stereo since we have it already here from Pioneer, and I don't want to do the same job twice. So I'm gonna remove this, and I'm gonna put the Pioneer at the same time. I'm gonna run this wire, that way I can just knock off both jobs at once. The harness is pretty much done, as you guys can see. The green wire is the one that hooks up to the e-brake handle, the e-brake switch, and then this is just the ground that I'll hook up once I put the stereo in there. The stereo is mounted on his original mounting kit, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move all this mess out of the way, and I'm gonna hook up the Bluetooth microphone, so when you receive a call, you'll be able to just answer it. All right, so I literally ran out of time, so the only thing I can be able to get done today, it is the button. I put the stereo where it goes in the middle. All the wiring is done, and the button is right there. I put everything back together just so I can do a quick test. Okay, so power works, that's good. The push start button, which looks freaking sick. And the car starts. Beautiful, perfect. Come on, stereo. What, you only work when this, what the, oh, I was about to say. Come on, man. All right, everything works. Tomorrow when I get back over here, I am gonna start doing the speakers and the door panels.
Well, I've been running around doing a million other things. Ricky's been over here just killing it on the NSX audio install. He's got our new Pioneer deck in, as well as our Pioneer Z Series 6.5 two-way speakers. These have a tweeter in the center, nice carbon fiber cones. Man, they're beautiful. And they sound awesome too. The head unit is perfectly fitted. He went ahead and whipped up some carbon fiber side panels to block off the extra space between the interior paneling and the stereo itself, so it looks nice and finished in there. And the Science of Speed speaker panels are really nice. He said they fitted up really well, and they came with all the hardware needed to mount them. Basically, the reason they make these is to eliminate the Bose speaker system that came in this car. And now basically the Bose speaker each speaker had its own amp and everything, so it was kind of a convoluted mess. All right, well, it's that time. I finally got back here to the shop with the Mustang, and I loaded it up with our wheels for the NSX. These are wheels that we've been waiting on for a while. Huge shout out to my homeboy who actually supplied the wheels for my EG6, those ultra rare center lock Hayashi racings. He sourced these wheels for us for our NSX. Cannot wait to show you guys, so let's check them out here. You old school Honda guys will recognize these. These are Mugen MF10s made by Volk Racing. So these are forged, one piece, split 5-spoke, hence the 10, with center caps. They're a little dirty from brake dust, they need to be cleaned up. We've got a plan for that. But these, in my opinion, are the holy grail wheels for the 91 NSX that we have in the shop. This is the wheel I envisioned on the car since the day we got it, actually before we got it. And thankfully for my friend Curtis, we were able to find a set. So the cool thing about these is these are a 17. This is actually 17 by 9 for the rear. And this is a specific NSX fitment. So 17.9 rear, and then in the front, we've got a stagger to a 16 by 8 in the front, which is really cool. It's a great look for the NSX. They look fantastic with the 16-17 stagger. I noticed when I just looked at the back of these wheels, they were manufactured in the year of 2000. So these are first run wheels, not repops, which are pretty common right now. I know Mugen re-released these recently, but these are the OGs. These are, again, the holy grail for our NSX. I can't wait to get the Falcon RT660s mounted up so we can see how it looks. But first we gotta get these wheels cleaned up, and we have some plans for that.
All right, so just a quick recap. We have the Pioneer deck, the Pioneer speakers, Z-line. Yep. We also have the Science of Speed door panel adapters for the speakers. Who else can do this in the NSX?
have the answer for
Done.
you. Who else can do it? Anybody else that has the science of speed?
No, nobody has it. Nobody has it though. We're the only
I will
ones.
say that's really nice because it's a little level of security to the car too. Like if you don't know that the car has a push button start and it's hidden back there behind the cigarette adapter door, you get in, you jam a screwdriver and try to start this thing.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Going
it's like a cool, quick. What is it called? Like a kill switch.
It's kind of like a kill switch.
It's kind of like a hidden switch.
Cool too.
It does. So sick.
Ooh, that head unit though.
It's looking good. All right, that's enough. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I like it a lot. Oh, dude. Yeah. 100%. 100%. This belongs in this car.
Just trying to find some spacers for the rear that, in typical fashion for a 90s fitment, that's a little soft. So I want to make it a little more aggressive. So just looking for a 10 to 20 mil spacer for the rear. Should make it perfect. The fronts are awesome, but the rears could use a little bit. So we need to put... We need to put a 12 by 1.5 nut on there.
Stop, I like the box. It matches our throtl sweater. What is it, Michimoto? First time we're trying our Michimoto lug nuts. And it's pretty cool. Super lightweight, metal aluminum. Perfect, dude.
All right, well, after a little bit of help from a couple spacers, I think we got the fitment right where we want it. Now, we just gotta drive it and see if it rubs. But nice thing is Mugen is kind of an extension of the OEM. That's the way I look at it. I don't know if that's actual facts, but they always err on the safe side when it comes to wheel fitment. So just tossing just a little tiny spacer behind these has really changed the look of the car. I love it. Okay, so Ricky just put on our new wheels. The old wheels, in case you were wondering, were 17 by 7.5 in the front and 18 by 8.5 in the rear, which is a little bit more modern fitment for this car, just inching up. The Mugen wheels are more traditional in a 16-inch front and a 17-inch rear. So we're going down an inch. We've utilized the tire sizes that Falcon has available to get us to the ODs that we wanted. So we've got a 215 up front and we've got a 255 out back. Now that's 20 mil less tire on the rear in the back over the Enkes that were on there. But these tires are fitted properly to these wheels. As you'll notice, the sidewalls are pretty straight and full. As for the wheels that came off, they were an 8.5 with a 275. That's too much tire for an 8.5 in my opinion. Some people are probably okay with it. I don't like when the tires balloon out like that. I have the same issue on my Cappuccino that I'd like to remedy with a wider wheel just to get the tire to sit more tall and straight. I think overall aesthetically it's a better look. And I think honestly this is the perfect look for this car.
see anything or not, but Jesus Christ, this is not gonna work good.
All right, so we ended up putting Pioneer deck, Pioneer speakers, and then we did the Society of Speed adapters for the door panels. What? It's not Society of Speed?
Science of Speed. SOS.
That's what I said.
Science of Speed. Society of Speed.
You know what? I read it like 3 times too. Anyways, that's not gonna show up in the video anyways. We have the Pioneer deck, we have the Pioneer speakers, the Z, I said the Z brand? Z model? Z model? That's why I hate doing this.
Should I just stay here by your side and walk you through this? Hold your hand.
Hold on. Just
hold your hand.
Just
make it
stay.
better.
Don't move. Take 3. I should have just done that. Pick up both sides of one freaking.
Yeah.
So now that he's on the wheel, we are about to toss him in the car, and we are going to go to a time attack event. No, I'm kidding. But
you said you're gonna toss them in the car. I think we should put them on the car. What do you guys think? Not in the car.
Either or, they'll be. Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah.
They'll be on the car. Yeah, we'll put
on the car.
I guess we'll put them on the car.
They told you. I put you on the damn email.
Yeah, but I don't read emails.
What the don't you read the emails?
Because I have to. I need a laptop. That's my excuse.
There's a reason you have an email address so you can check emails from the company. I gotta let you know things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why we have Texas and
Texas?
Texting.
Texas?
Texting and cell phone numbers.
All right, I'm gonna text you later, okay?
All right, cool.
No. What is that?
Sat on that thing?
Hey. Yeah, that just pulled out of my butt.